I got my coffee for those of you that were here yesterday. I was talking about how my Ayurvedic doctor said, you have too much pitta, too much fire, no coffee. And I was like, okay. Turns out I don't teach as well without coffee. So we had a coffee today. No one telling me. Okay, so we're just going to start like we normally do. We're seated and we're finding the earth beneath us. We're kind of shifting side to side, getting comfortable. And our breathing practice will help center us. But before we do that, we take stock. How we're feeling, both in our physical body and our energetic body. So, first, we look to how our body feels. Are there any areas that feel stiff or tight? You can allow some movement, some shifting of the body. Any areas that feel particularly good or light? Notice your breath. And notice how when we bring our attention to the breath, how the breath shifts. So maybe the breath was short and shallow, and all of a sudden you took a deep breath in. And that's why that reminder of the breath is so important. You know, the breath is always happening in the background and we kind of forget it's there. So just always reminding ourselves, what about the breath? Let's tap in a minute to our energetics, how we're feeling, any emotions that are on the surface. Just notice them. Notice that they're there. No need to do anything. Today's practice invites us to meet challenge and presence, to calm the mind and to stay with discomfort, not by forcing, but breathing through it. And we'll start today by balancing. So the left hemisphere of the brain, just bringing everything into balance. If you were with me yesterday, we called on this practice. We'll blink the eyes open and we'll take a hand. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't really matter which one. Dominant is fine. And you're going to take your thumb and place it on your left nostril. Your fingers, your pointer middle finger can be down, or you can have them meet your third eye, whatever's comfortable. I like to give options. Then your ring finger, pinky finger are going to be for your right nostril. So we'll start by breathing into the right. Close the right with the pinky and the ring finger, pause at the top. Exhale out of the left, release that thumb. Find a pause at the bottom. And then let that breath come back in, into the left, fully. Find a pause at the top. Release the right. Exhale out of the right. Find that pause. Inhale. Pause at the top. Release the left. Breathe out. Pause at the bottom. In the left. Pause at the top. Exhale out of the right. Pause. Inhale. Now we get this rhythm. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the breath, and I want you to stay with this rhythm. Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing, like I said, is a technique that balances the right and the left hemispheres of the brain. Helps us find steadiness in body and mind. The left side of the brain governs logic, structure, analytical thinking. It helps us break things down step by step. The right side of the brain is intuitive, creative, fluid. reminding us to move with ease, to feel instead of force. So keeping this in mind, as you're breathing, notice which side is a little stuffy, a little harder to breathe in and out of. And as always, we just take this as a curiosity, something to contemplate. What side feels a little stuffed up? Logical or creative? Let's take this last round, exiting out of the right, and then just allow your palms to find your knees, close your eyes, breathe in and out of the nose. Feel any shifts that have occurred. Through this breath work, we integrate both logic and intuition, effort and ease, structure and flow. We find the balance between them. As we move today, I want you to return to your breath, to give the mind something to do when things are challenging. Without the hands involved, we can imagine breathing in the right, finding a pause, breathing out the left, pause, breathe in the left, pause, breathe out the right, pause. And as you're imagining this, even though we're inhaling and exhaling out of both nostrils technically, we're giving the mind a focal point, something to focus on while the work's being done in our physical body. And the mind loves something to focus on. So even just creating that picture. Now we'll set an intention for our class, and it's come to my attention that setting an intention can be quite difficult. We don't know what to focus on. I heard from a student the other day, their focus was to just get through practice. So let your intention be to stay present with your experience, to breathe with it, to be with it, to not judge it and allow whatever comes up to be there. I am here is an offered intention I give you today. I am here, right here. How can you offer right here a little more love, a little more kindness? Take one more inhale. Fill the belly, lungs, chest. Exhale, let it go. And we'll make our way down to our backs. We're going to start with a twist. So let's allow the knees to drape over to the right off the mat. And this will be our entrance to the twist. So if this feels good for you, you can absolutely stay here. And we'll allow the breath to guide us into what we need more of. So if the breath ever feels really short and tight, back off a little bit. If it feels expansive and roomy, stay or move on. Take that left knee and cross it up and over the right. So that right hand can now grab onto the left knee and guide it a little more towards the floor. Left shoulder is going to stay anchored. And then we'll take our gaze over to the left as well. Take those knees back through center, cross the left ankle over the right knee, figure four, pull that left shin in. Keep both feet flexed. Shoulders are grounded. Neck is long. So think about pulling that chin in towards the chest and lengthening through the top of the head. Stick your butt backwards. Lower back will lift. And then we're going to grab with our right hand the outside edge of the left foot. So we're crossing over the foot, grabbing for that outside edge. Allow the right foot to come back down to the floor and see how much you can extend that left leg long towards the ceiling. If the knee stays bent, that trembling is there, just stay with it, breathe with it, like you would a happy baby. So we're pressing the foot into the hand is pulling down into the foot, and we're just breathing. Take that left arm out long, and we're working that leg towards straight. You can extend the right leg long if that feels good to you. You can even grab for the back of the calf if it feels inaccessible to grab the foot. Heels are reaching away from you. And we'll release the grip. Let that left foot come back down to the floor. Rebend that right knee. Let the knees drape over to the left. First position here. If that feels good, stay. If you're ready for more, cross the right leg all the way over the left. Left hand meets the knee. Right hand reaches away from you. Gaze follows. Right shoulder anchored. Deep breaths. Pull the knees back through center, cross the right ankle over the left knee. Both feet stay very flexed. Pull that right shin in, figure four. Left knee is pressing into that right ankle. Collarbones are wide. So your shoulders are pressing down into the mat. Shoulder blades are squeezing together to puff the heart out. We'll take that left hand, wrap it around the right foot, grab for the outside edge, ground the left foot to the floor, extend the right leg as much as possible. If you notice the mental challenge already starting to come up, come back to that breath. Breathe in the left. Breathe out the right. No hands involved, just imagining in the right, out the left. Extend the foot a little bit longer, maybe reach that left foot out towards the front of the mat. Just getting familiar with what this shape feels like on the ground. Good. We'll release out of that. Bend both knees, grab for the thighs. Let's rock forwards and backwards. And we'll come to a seat. We're going to bend that right knee, left leg long. And we're going to take the same sort of shape that we just did on the floor. Left leg is extended. Reach that right hand for the outside of the left foot or over the shin. Left hand is going to come back behind you and you're going to reach the right ear towards the left leg. Deep breaths here. The strap is always there for you. If you need to bring your foot to you, you can't quite reach, and that's okay. We're all going to be at different levels of this journey. Just because you can't touch your foot doesn't mean you can't practice the shape that we're moving towards. Go ahead and release the foot. Take the right hand behind you. Press into the left heel and the right knee as we lift the hips. Left arm comes up overhead. Deep breaths into the belly. Take those hips back down. Extend the right leg long, left foot comes in. Take your left hand and reach for the outside of the right foot or that right shin, or even wrap the strap. Grab it with your left hand. Right hand comes behind you, left ear sinks towards the right leg. Release the foot, make your way back up. Left hand becomes the second spine. Push into the right heel, left knee. As you lift the hips, right arm comes up overhead. Bring those hips back down. Cross at the ankles and come to a tabletop. Shoulders are going to be over wrists, hips over knees. Cat-cow to start. So inhale, drop the belly, rotate the sit bones backwards. Keep the collarbones wide. Lift your gaze. Elbows can be slightly bent if that's helpful. Pull that heart through. On your next exhale, push down into the hands, round the spine, tailbone rolls under. Chin to chest. And then move your way through. Link one breath, one movement. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. If you'd like to tap a little bit more into that creativity, you can release the structure or move within it. So we can shift forwards and backwards. We can invite a circle of the rib cage, the head. We can wag the tail side to side. Take these next 5 breaths to let go of what it's supposed to look like and tap into how it feels. Last round of breath. We'll find a neutral spine. Shift the weight into the left hand. Right hand meets the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Take that right ear down. Left hand can extend towards the front of the mat or wrap around your back. Find your breath. Allow the spine to feel long. If your hand is wrapped, take that left hand back down beside your face. Press into it to wave the right hand high to the sky. Exhale, let it meet the mat. Other side, shift the weight into the right hand. Left hand lifts. Exhale, thread the needle. Left ear comes down. Right arm can extend towards the front of the mat or wrap behind your back. Take that right hand back down to the floor. Wave the left hand high. Exhale, let it meet the mat. Tuck the toes. Send those hips backwards towards your heels and look for a stretch in the feet. So we're thinking about spreading the toes wide, getting the balls of the feet down towards the mat, using the pressure and the push of our hands forwards to dig into that foot stretch a little bit more. Feels really good if you walk around in shoes all day. Great thing to do at night before bed, morning when you wake up. Now notice the hands, spread the fingers, dig those finger pads down into the earth, press forwards and notice the knees hover. We'll rotate the sit bones backwards and up towards the ceiling as we lift into our down dog. First time here, shoulders are soft. The insides of our elbows are rotating slightly forwards. Plug those fingers down. Bend into one knee and then the other. Walk the dog. Start to get into those hamstrings a little bit more. Nice and easy. If this ever feels like too much, hands can always be on blocks when you're working in your down dog. Let's slowly walk those hands back towards our feet. Inhale, we'll find a halfway lift, grow tall through the top of the head. Exhale, forward fold. Generously bend the right knee, keep that left leg straight. Take your right elbow and push it to the inside of the right knee as we peel the left hand high to the sky. See if you can reach that right hand down towards the outside edge of that left foot. Breathe here. Really good, everyone. Deep breaths. Let's find the center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Generously bend the left knee. Keep the right leg straight. Peel that right hand up towards the ceiling. And then you can keep the left elbow on the left knee pressing out if that's helpful, or you can reach that left hand for the outside edge of the right foot. Again, just getting familiar with how much space you have here or lack of space. This is when we start to determine, am I going to need my strap? If you can reach the outside edge of your foot, chances are, and it looks like most of us, this is awesome, most of us will be able to attempt the hand to foot without a strap. But again, it's always there for you. Let's come back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, wave yourself all the way up. Wave those arms up overhead. Open the front line. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step forwards with the right foot halfway up the mat. Keep a straight spine as we lay the heart forwards over that front thigh. Feel the stretch in the back of the front leg. And we're going to take the left elbow towards that right knee for a twist. And then open the arms up. So the left arm is going to be pushing into that right leg. Revolve triangle. Deep breaths. Rotate those sit bones backwards. Think long spine. And then we're going to imagine that right hand is attached to something attached to the ceiling. Okay. And that rope is lifting. So we're going to lift right up. Take the right hand low, left hand high. Maybe the right hand meets the back of the left thigh. Just reopening left side of the butt. Take the right hand high to the sky. Step the right foot behind, or the left foot behind the right. Grab onto the left wrist with the right hand. Send the hips over to the left. Move the hands to the right. Find your center. Step the left foot to the front of the mat. Hands come to heart center. Back straight, send your hips backwards, heart melts over that front leg. Keep a straight spine, long neck. Take your right elbow towards your left knee. A gentle bend of the left knee is helpful. We don't want to hyperextend. And then open those arms up wide. Use that left arm to press there. I even have coffee. I have no excuse. Right arm into the left leg. Reach the left hand high. See if you can grab for the outside edge of the left foot or just touch it. We want that heart to be open. So see if we can puff it through a little bit more. Really nice, everybody. We're going to imagine somebody's lifting that left hand until we come all the way up. Reach the left hand towards the right thigh. Right hand comes up towards the ceiling. Wave the left arm up towards the ceiling. Step right behind left. Grab onto the right wrist. Take those hands over to the left. Open the right side. Inhale, unwind, find center. Hands come to the heart. Lift the left knee. Take your right hand to your left knee. Left hand comes back behind you. First time here, just working on balance. With your hand on the knee, you can just practice straightening that leg. So we're not coming to the foot yet. We're just seeing what it feels like to have that left leg extended. Right leg is nice and strong. Heart is open. I'd come back to center. Swing that left foot to the back of the mat. Find your crescent pose. We're going to open the arms, look towards the right, awkward twist. Right hand down, left hand lifts. Cartwheel the hands down to frame that front foot. Straighten the front leg. This might be a good time to call on blocks. We're going to inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, lift the toes back towards your face, press the heel down. Stay here. For more, stick your butt backwards and look up towards the front of the mat. Heel is pressing down. Take the toes down. Remove the blocks if you have them. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Plank position. Can shift those shoulders forwards over the wrist. Notice the hips. If the hips are lower than the shoulders and the belly is down, think cow. I want you to think more of cat. Lift the hips, round the upper back, and then take your gaze forwards. Long line from the heels to the head. Send those elbows straight backwards. Come through your chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift the chest, lift the hands. Take the hands down. Find the tops of the feet, press into them. Pull the belly button towards the spine. Press into the hands, lift into your upward dog. Or cobra. If the elbows are still bent, that's fine. Just squeeze them back towards the rib cage, puff the heart out. Chin comes to chest. Lift those hips, knees wide, toes together, child's pose. Inhale, roll forwards to tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. One of two options. You can walk your way to the front of the mat, or you can bend your knees and hop there. Being playful today. It's Megan's birthday, that's why. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, wave all the way to the top. Reach those hands high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shift to the left foot, lift that right knee. Left hand finds the outside of the right knee, right hand waves backwards. Again, opportunity to play before we get to this peak posture. You can straighten the leg, flex the toe. Just see what it feels like to balance here. Swing that right foot to the back of the mat. Hands lift, crescent pose. Exhale, twist towards the left, open the arms. Left hand to right thigh, right hand lifts. Cartwheel the hands down to frame that left foot. Lift the hips. Trying to straighten that left leg. Stick your butt backwards. Try to straighten the spine. Find a long neck. And then see if you can lift those left toes back towards your face. Push the heel down. Bending the knee for less. Calling on those blocks for less. Taking the belly button towards your thigh, sticking your butt back for more. Your adventure, your choice. Take the left foot down, place the hands down, step left to meet right, plank position. Hips are lifted, upper back is rounded, belly button's pulling towards the spine, long neck. Send your shoulders forwards in front of the wrists a little bit more. Keep that lift. Bend the elbows straight backwards, squeeze the rib cage. Inhale, upward dog. Opportunity to lift the thighs off the mat. Gaze high. Exhale, chin to chest, round the spine, lift the hips, down dog. Opportunity to hop is there. Walk or hop your way to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Grab your strap before we get there, so it's available for you should you need it. Inhale, wave yourself all the way up. If you are going to use a strap, I suggest putting it under the foot and crisscrossing it so the foot has a pocket, so it's not going to slip out. So we are doing left leg first. So know if you want the strap, go ahead and grab it. And we're going to get there the same way. So we're going to lift the left knee. Now this is when you decide. You can grab for the outside edge of the foot if you want to try it, or wrap around the foot, crisscross, and take the strap into your right hand. Okay, straighten the spine first. So find that flat back so we're not rounding. Imagine that right foot is growing roots down into the floor and you're the plant, you're growing tall. Okay, we're gonna take our gaze towards the left. Left arm comes backwards. So this is our balancing arm. And then we're gonna push that left foot into the hand or the strap and extend. Anywhere along the way, you can pause and breathe. Find something to focus on. A block, a spot on the wall, a spot on the floor, a symbol on the back of somebody's shirt, although they're moving. I don't know if that's the best choice. And we take several rounds of breath to get there. Really good, everybody. Now we're going to call on a little bit more strength. So wherever you are, we're going to release the foot and try to keep the leg there. Ooh. This is when I fire us up. Remember, I love you guys. Okay. Send the left foot to the back of the mat. Find our crescent. Awkward twist towards the right. Open the arms. Right hand low, left hand high. Really reach those left fingertips away. Open that left side body. Cartwheel the hands down. Lift the hips. Walk the hands as far backwards as you can. Bend into the left knee and straighten. Bend into the left knee again. Lift the right toes. Walk the hands backwards again. Woo, peak posture down on the floor. Deep breath. Good. Walk those hands back forwards. Bend the right knee. Step right to meet left, plank position. Hips are lifted. Tummy is in. Round the upper back. Press the heels backwards towards the back of the room. Reach your head towards the front of the room. Hips a little bit higher. Bend the elbows. Squeeze the rib cage. Chaturanga. Find your upward dog. Press back downward dog. If you have not tried hopping before, but you want to, it feels a little intimidating. Just start by bending and straightening the knees. Find that little bounce there. Nobody said you have to make it all the way to the top. You can make it halfway, step or hop. Woo, good playfulness, everybody. Inhale, roll all the way up. See how fun I am when I drink coffee? Inhale, lift those hands high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shift the weight to the left foot. Straighten that right leg. No, if you did grab the strap on the other side, go ahead and get it in hand. And we're going to wrap the strap. If you did so on the other side, it's going to be in the left hand. Wherever you are, strap. If not, grab for the outside of that right foot with the left hand. Right hand reaches backwards for balance. Find the sole of the left foot. Place your attention there first. Find your root. Then find something to focus on. A dot, a light, something that's not moving. Then press the foot into the hand and extend. We want a long spine. Come back to the breath. Really strong, everybody. Good. Open heart. Woo, that was really good though. Really good. Now, what do we learn in yoga? When we fall, we can try again, okay? So don't give up. Okay, we're gonna release the grip of the foot and try to keep the leg there. Deep breath. Extend it to the back of the mat. Reach those arms high, crescent. Open the arms, pivot towards the left. Left hand finds the right thigh. Right hand reaches, really reach those fingertips as high as you can. Open the heart. Cartwheel those hands down to frame the left foot. Straighten the left leg. Lift the hips. Walk those fingertips backwards. Bend into the right knee. Straighten. Bend again. Lift the left toes. Walk those hands backwards. Good. Walk those hands back to the front of the mat. Bend the left knee. Step left to meet right, plank position. Send the shoulders forwards. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Tight core. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Let's take the knees down, out wide, toes together. Find a child's pose. Several moments to come back to the breath. We'll wave ourselves forwards to a tabletop. Cross the ankles and come to a seat. We're going to take a similar posture seated. So know the strap's there for you if you need it. We're going to bend the left knee and grab for the outside of the foot. If you have the strap, again, crisscross, make a little pocket, grab it with the right. We're going to extend the left leg long. And we're going to reach the left arm on the inside of the left leg and try to peer under that right arm. Twisting towards the right. Right side is open. Good. Release out of that. Bend the left knee, cross the left foot over the right. Right arm wraps around the left leg, left hand second spine for a twist. Good. Take the right hand down to the outside of that left thigh. And we're going to turn towards the back of our mat and set ourselves into half pigeon. Left knee toward the short end, reaching that right foot backwards. Open the heart space. Exhale, melt over that left leg. Stack fist or wrist. Left hip is anchoring towards the mat. Right hip is magnetizing. So it's pulling down towards the earth. You have the opportunity to take that right arm and thread the needle under the left arm. Take the right ear towards the mat. You threaded that arm, bring it back around. We'll walk ourselves back, sit the left hip down and turn towards the long line of your mat. We're going to take the right hand to the left ankle. Reach that left arm towards that right foot. Gaze moves under the left arm. Left elbow can be bent or straight, up to you. Take the left hand down towards the mat. Right hand lifts, come up onto the left knee, lift the hips. Give that right arm a great big circle. Good. Last one. And then we'll set the hips back down, turn towards the front. Extend both legs long. Prop for your strap if you need it. I'm going to bend the right knee. Place the strap under if you did so on the other side. Or left hand is going to grab for the outside of the right foot. Your right hand can come back behind you to get started. Begin to reach that right leg long. And then see if you can reach that right arm through on the inside of the right leg and peer under that left arm. It's going to feel a little scrunched. Bend into the right knee, cross it over the left. Wrap the left arm around the right knee, right hand becomes the second spine twist. Release the grip, release the strap. Walk yourself towards the back of the mat, pigeon on the right side. Walk that left knee backwards, stack your palms, your fists. Right hip is rooting towards the floor. Left hip is just like a very gentle magnet moving towards the floor as well. If you threaded the needle on the other side, you can take that left arm, thread it through, left ear comes down. Just an option, not a have to. Deep breath. You have that right arm extended, place it back onto the mat. Unwind that left arm if you threaded. We're going to send the right hip down to the mat, turn towards the long line. Left hand meets the right ankle, right arm sweeps up and overhead. Side body stretch on the right side. And take the right hand down to the floor. Left hand lifts. Come up onto that right knee, lift the hips. Couple circles of that left arm. And we'll set the hips down, looking towards the front. We'll extend those legs out long. And then take the arms forwards. We'll slowly inhale, straight spine. Exhale, C curve. So belly button comes in, hands reaching towards the feet. Without coming all the way back up, see if you can straighten the spine on an inhale. Lots of core activation here. Exhale, round the back a little bit lower. A little more challenging each time. Stay low, straighten the spine. Heart pulls through. Little shaking is normal. Exhale, round. We've got two more. You got this. Inhale, lift the heart. Strong up back body. Exhale, round. Last one. You can do it. Inhale, lift. Puff the heart out. Woo. Exhale, round all the way down. Pull the knees in. Let's rock side to side. And let the feet find the floor. A few windshield wipers to the left and the right. And then we'll find the center. Press into the feet. Notice how the glutes, the low back become light. We're going to reach the fingertips towards the heels and then see if you can roll the shoulder blades under your body towards each other. So the heart is really puffed out. Maybe your fingertips can reach your heels. Lift your glutes up off the mat. Find your bridge. Press gently into the back of the head. Chin comes to chest. Long back line. Press into the feet. Lift the glutes a little bit higher. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower everything back down to the mat. Tailbone lands first, low back is lifted. Pull the right knee in and the left. Rock side to side. Extend the feet up towards the ceiling and flex them. Grab for the inner shins or outside edges of the feet. Plug the shoulders back down to the floor. Then press feet into hands, pull hands down into feet, find your happy baby. We want a long spine still. So be mindful if you're rounding the upper back off the mat, Reground it, find the back of the head, root the shoulders, find the tailbone, moving towards the mat, and then come back to your happy baby. You can extend one leg and then the other. That feels nice. Rock side to side. And then we'll bring the feet together, knees together. Pause here in this hug-like position, couple sways side to side, and ask yourself, is there anything else you need for your practice to feel complete? If that's a yes, you can take that posture now. If you're ready for rest, you feel complete, you've gotten what you needed, come to your Shavasana. Arms out wide as your neighbor allows. Feet to the corners of your mat, palms facing up. If your fingers typically curl, placing the blocks on your hands to allow them to stay open. And we come to Shavasana for the body to integrate the benefits of our practice and to explore our relationship to stillness and silence. In yoga, we don't judge, we witness. We witness our patterns. And that can be physically in the body, areas that hold tightness. Our patterns can also show up in stillness. What does the mind do? I encourage you as you lay here in stillness to come back to that imagined alternate nostril breathing. In the right, out the left. No hands required, just giving the mind something to do. Instead of thinking, worrying. Today you met challenge with presence. You chose to stay with discomfort, to breathe instead of resist. That is strength. That is growth. Meeting your discomfort and calming your nervous system is beneficial on the mat, and it's beneficial off the mat. Remember that yoga isn't about perfecting poses. It's about learning to stay, to soften, to listen. It's about knowing that the same breath that carried you through difficulty here will carry you through life beyond this moment. You are capable, you are resilient, you are enough, exactly as you are, no matter what it looks like. Take a deep breath in. Exhale into ease. And trust I will call you out of it when it is time. Enjoy. Begin to come back into the space with your breath. Notice how you're feeling now versus when you showed up. Take note. Begin to invite in some micro movements of the body. Allow those to grow. Allow yourself to stretch and wake up. When you feel ready, roll to the right or the left side to press yourself up to a seat. The front of the mats. Allow your hands to find your heart in whatever shape feels like it resonates with you. Bow your head and close your eyes. I leave you with these final words. Challenge. It is not here to break you. It is here to reveal you. Every moment of discomfort is an invitation to soften where you grip, to breathe where you resist, and to trust where you doubt. Strength is not about holding on. It's about knowing when to stay and when to let go. Thank yourself for an hour of self-care today. It is enough. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank you, Sheila. Have a great day.
Bye.